Welcome to the series of the Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023, organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Ibukrama with support from ExxonMobil Foundation. Yeah, and we've got a good audience with us, but more importantly, we've got some really bright students from Diamond Secondary School and Charlestown Secondary going against each other in this match number 2. Let's have our players from Diamond Secondary introduce themselves.
Hi, I am Marilyn Diabu, and I'm a representative of Diamond Secondary, and I'm in Form 1.
Hello, my name is Tanola Robinson, and I'm a representative of Diamond Secondary School, and I am in Form 1.
Hello, my name is Jaden Simon, and I'm a representative of Diamond Secondary School, and I am in Form 1.
Marilyn, Tanola, and Jaden from Diamond Secondary. And across the way, their opponents from Charlestown Secondary. Let's have them introduce themselves.
My name is Renzi Bevany, and I'm a student from Charlestown Secondary.
My name is Safina Lachman, and I'm a student from Charlestown Secondary School.
My name is Devani Singh, and I'm a student of Charlestown Secondary School.
Rianse, Safina, and Devani from Charlestown Secondary. And you notice Charlestown is going at a rate. Very quick speakers here. Anyhow, just remind you at home how we do this contest. We ask a question, first of all, of Diamond Secondary School. It will be Marlon who gets the first question. If she gets the answer correct, she gets 5 points. If she doesn't, Rianse gets an opportunity to earn 3 points on the rebound. If she gets it correct, she gets 3 points. If she doesn't, nobody gets any point. And then we move on to the other side to get their question. And you will see how it goes. You probably saw already in our first game. So let's start with our first segment of the competition. And this question is going to Marlon. Marilyn Diabru. Marlon, who were the first Europeans to occupy or set up an outpost in Guyana? The first Europeans who were the first to set up an outpost in Guyana.
The Dutch were the first Europeans to set out an outpost in Guyana.
Yes, absolutely correct. 5 points. Now, young people, you don't have to repeat the whole question. Just give me the answer. Because in trying to repeat the question, you might forget your answer. So just give me the answer. I know the question. And 5 points there going to Marlon. Now it's Beyonce. Beyonce, what is meant by renewable energy? What is meant, describe that how you like, what is meant by renewable energy? 10 seconds.
It's like energy that, energy that can be restored.
You have to explain a little more for me, please. Or give me an example. Sorry, let's go over to Marlon. Renewable energy.
Energy that can be remade.
Energy.
That can remade or come back.
Give me an example.
Like wind. It is...
Correct. Yes, we'll take that for 3 points. See, even if you didn't get the explanation right, once you gave me an example, wind, sun, and so on, they're all renewable. They happen every day. You can't run those out, except maybe for trillions of years from now. Who knows? Anyhow, let's go back to Diamond Secondary for your next question. What is the Amerindian word for the chief or captain of a village? What's your answer?
Tushao.
Tushao, yes, for 5 points. Yeah, well, she's taking this answer, this one-word answer, a little too far now. Wait until I finish the question, dear. Thank you, 5 points. Now we're going across to Charlestown Secondary. Safina, name 2 minerals which are produced in large scale in Guyana and would earn us foreign exchange. 2 minerals produced on large scale in Guyana that earn us foreign exchange? 10 seconds. Sorry there, that's too long. Tanola.
Gold and iron or diamond.
Yes, let's stay with time. Gold or diamond, correct. For 3 points. 3 points. That's on the rebound, right? Now we're going back to Jaden. Jaden, which is the largest sea turtle that would come every year to our part of the world, to Guyana? I want you to name the largest sea turtle that comes to Guyana on a yearly basis to nestle or to lay eggs. 10 seconds. Sorry, Jaden, that's 10 seconds. Let's go to Devani or Devani. No, there, you have to come back right away. When you're taking it on the rebound, you have to give me the answer. So nobody gets any points for that. I see these were chomping at their bits. You had the answer, right? What?
It was a leatherback turtle.
That's correct, but you're not getting any points for it. So the leatherback turtle. And now we go across to Devani. Devani, where or in which region of Guyana would these turtles go to lay their eggs? Give me the region but I want region and the name, right? So you can't just give me a number. 10 seconds.
Region number 8.
No, region number 8 is not correct. Yes, Jaden.
Region number 4.
No. So nobody gets any points. Region number 1, Shell Beach, right? You've heard that. You know that. And it's in your social studies text as well, which we asked you to look up. What we've done, for those of you at home, EMC Foundation sent out a booklet on climate change, on LCDS, but we also asked the kids to brush up on their sixth, what would they call it? Grade 6 social studies and a little bit of geography and current affairs, which you'll hear. So I don't know what the score is. We're not going to our scores yet, but we are going to take a short break, remind you who were the people involved in this particular contest, and then we'll come back with game number 2 of this matchup between Diamond Secondary and Charlestown Secondary in our Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023.
The Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023 is organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Iwakurama International Center. It involves 16 secondary schools from across the 10 regions of Guyana, testing their knowledge in areas such as the environment, social studies, and current affairs. It aims to inform, educate, and entertain.
Welcome back. We're into our second segment of this competition between Diamond Secondary and Charlestown Secondary in our Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023. Well, we're now moving into a segment where we allow, in the first segment we did not allow the students to collaborate on their answers. This one we're giving to the team. They will get 10 seconds to collaborate, and then one of their members will give me the answer. So we call this the team section of our quiz. Our first question is going to Diamond Secondary. And Diamond Secondary, what is the name of an important agreement to address climate change signed by countries in 2015 at a famous European city? You're getting lots of clues there. So I want you to give me the name of the agreement that was signed in 2015 at a European city. 10 seconds, you can collaborate both sides to get me my answer. Yep, I know you're in a hurry. All right, that's 10 seconds there. So you have to come back to the table. All right, you didn't get your answer. All right, I'm going to give you.
Repeat the question.
No, I can't. You have to listen to the question and then you consult, right? That'll be giving you extra time. So come back to the table and let's get the answer from Diamond Secondary.
The agreement is the low carbon development strategy.
No, that's not correct. Beyonce. Sorry, they are too long. Remember the clues that you had? A European city back in 2015. The Paris Agreement. The Paris Agreement. Now, you might think that was a difficult question, those of you listening in, but it's not difficult when you realize that in the notes we sent out to the schools, we had that exact point made. So the children are asked to study the notes because questions will be coming from them. And if I'm not mistaken, that was on page 1 or something like that. It was pretty early up. So it was the Paris Agreement that this important agreement on climate change was signed, and Guyana was part of that. Now we go to the Charlestown Secondary, and your question: in which region of Guyana will you find Amila Falls? In which region of Guyana would you find Amila Falls? I want the region's number and name. So you can't, hold on, you get a chance to consult, remember? This is the consulting part. So 10 seconds, consult the where is Amila Falls, region, name and number. All right, that's our 10 seconds. Charlestown, do you have an answer for me, Beyonce? Go ahead.
Region 2.
Region 2 is not correct. Marilyn.
Region 8.
Region
Charles Superior.
Region 8 is not correct. It's Region 7, Cuyuni Mazaruni. And again, that's part of the notes that we sent out. So nobody's got any points in this particular segment, a rather brown segment. Let's see if we can do better. Diamond Secondary, here's your question. I want you to name, now listen carefully to this question. I want you to name the first president of Guyana. The first president of Guyana. Right? 10 seconds to consult and come back with the answer. All right, that's the 10 second. I'll get that answer from Tanola.
Honorable Arthur Chung.
All right, President Arthur Chung, correct for 5 points. Well, it was a bit of a trick question because I thought I'd get Forbes Burnham, but Forbes was
Executive President.
you got it. It'll probably come later on. Who knows? All right, so we're going now to Charlestown Secondary. So far in our history, our political history, who has been the longest serving president in Guyana? So far in our political history, who has been, I need the name of the president that has been the longest serving president in Guyana. 10 seconds. All right, that's 10 seconds, Charlestown. So this answer will come from Charlestown, Safina. I need it right now, babe. Sorry, that's too long. Tanola.
The President Honorable Barajagdeo.
Whatever. Barajagdeo would work. For 3 points. 3 points. Now, it was a toss-up between Arthur Chung and Barajagdeo because Arthur Chung was from 1970 to 1980. So that was 10 years. But President Barajagdeo started in 1999 and went to 2011. So that was about 11 to 12 years. So that's correct for, is that on the rebound? Yes, for 3 points. Now we go to Jaden for your question. What is the name of the treaty that established CARICOM? Give me the name of the treaty that established CARICOM. Go ahead. Okay, well, everybody's back. So this question is for Jaden.
The Treaty of Chaguaramas.
The Treaty of Chaguaramas. Very good, for 5 points. And Charleston is going, we knew that. Why did you have to answer it correctly? All right, Charleston, you can answer this correctly. In which year? This is, Devaney will give me the answer, but you can consult. In which year was the Treaty of Chaguaramas signed that brought CARICOM into being? Which year? That's the answer I need. 10 seconds. All right, that's time. So we'll get our answer from Charlestown Secondary, Devani.
1974.
1974, no. Jaden, do you have an answer for me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
1980.
1980, no. 1973. 1973, you missed it by 1, which means that this year, 2023, is the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Chaguaramas, important because that is when CARICOM was formed. Well, that's brought us down to the end of our second round of contest between Diamond Secondary and Charlestown Secondary in our Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023. We'll be back in just a moment for our final segment.
The Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023 is organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Iwakrama International Center. It involves 16 secondary schools from across the 10 regions of Guyana, testing their knowledge in areas such as the environment, social studies, and current affairs of Guyana. It aims to inform, educate, and entertain.
Welcome back, welcome back. We're into our final segment of competition between Diamond Secondary School and Charlestown Secondary School. So let's get straight into our questions. This first question is for Diamond Secondary. And Diamond Secondary, which country signed an agreement with Guyana dealing with our forest? I want you to give me the name. This is not a consultation, so Marlon will have to give me the answer. Marlon, which country signed an agreement with Guyana concerning its forest?
Norway.
Norway for 5 points. Now, this is for Charlestown Secondary. Charlestown Secondary, Guyana has this big program that will run until 2013. It's called the Extended LCDS program. What does LCDS mean? This is for Beyonce.
Low Carbon Development Strategy.
That's correct for 5 points. Yeah, low carbon development strategy. And now we're going back to Diamond Secondary, this is Tanola. In which administrative region would you find Anai, the settlement of Anai? I need the number and the name of the region.
Region 7, Cayenne, Mazaruni.
Nope, that's not correct. Let's go across to player number 2, Safina. Anai, which region, number and name? Sorry there, that's too long. It's region 9, Upper Takatu, Upper Essequibo. So nobody gets any points there. But we're going now to Safina. In which administrative region would you find Oriala? In which administrative region would you find Oriala? Number and name. 10 seconds. Sorry there, that's 10 seconds. Now Tanola.
Region 8.
No, that region 8 is not correct. It is region 6, East Berbice, Quarantine. It's actually up the Quarantine River. Beautiful place. They've got Radio Oriala there. I know that because I helped set it up, showing off myself a little bit. But yeah, it's lovely. You must go there sometime. So nobody gets any points for that. And now we're going to our Jaden from Diamond Secondary School. Jaden, in which administrative region would you find Guyana's world-famous Kaichorn Falls? You have to know this. This is a tourist attraction. In which region, number, and name would you find the Kaichor Falls?
Region 4, Demoram Hiker.
Not at all. Wait, up at Micah? Not really. No, Jaden, that's not correct. Devani.
Region 8, Pataras Puruni.
Region 8, Pataro Sapuruni. Well, actually, you're correct. It's on the Pataro River. I was going to brush you off, but you have to brush me off now. So that is correct. And now this question for you. In which administrative region would you find Madhya, Devani? Madhya. So 3 points for Devani for that take-up question.
Pataras Puruni.
Say that again.
Pataras Puruni.
Take 5 points. Okay, so that has brought us down to the end of all our questions for this match. We are going to go to our scorers. I didn't get a chance to introduce them before, so when we come back, we'll introduce our scorers, a teacher from each of the 2 schools, and the Ministry of Education, of course, our partner in the quiz competition. So we'll come back with the score and the winner for this matchup between Diamond Secondary and Charlestown Secondary in our Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023.
The Secondary School Environmental Quiz 2023 is organized by the EMC Foundation in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Iwakarama International Center. It involves 16 secondary schools from across the 10 regions of Guyana, testing their knowledge in areas such as the environment, social studies, and current affairs. It aims to inform, educate, and entertain.
Welcome back, welcome back. Well, we're in our final segment, you might say, where we get you the results of the contest. Of course, that result is due to our hardworking scorers. Let's just introduce them to you. At our scorers table, we have Ms. Dandre Tull from Charlestown Secondary. Dandre Tull from Charlestown Secondary. You've already met Mr. Navendra Hardial from the Ministry of Education. And from Diamond Secondary, Ms. Sunita Ramdat. So those are the teachers and officials who've been scoring for us. They've given us the score. So let's come back up to our players table and tell you who the players were before we give you the final score. From Charlestown Secondary, we had Rionse Bevany, Safina Lachman, and Devani Singh. They had a standby player which we didn't get a chance to introduce, Rhea Thomas. Rhea Thomas. Across the way, Diamond Secondary, of course, we had Marlon Diabru, Tanola Robinson, and Jaden Simon, and their standby player, Micaiah Shuram. Good. Now, let's give you the best player altogether. Coming from Diamond Secondary, our second player, that's Tanola. From now on, I'll not forget these names. Tanola Robinson. So a nice round of applause for Tanola for a score of 16 points. And now the final score. From Charlestown Secondary, they came up with a total of 13 points. From Diamond Secondary, a total of 34 points, and of course the winners of this particular contest. So congratulations to Diamond Secondary. They will be moving on to our next round of contest. But a big thank you to Charlestown Secondary and their teacher, of course, for coming down and participating in the competition. We want to congratulate Diamond Secondary for their winning the competition, of course, but thank Charlestown Secondary, and we'll have very quickly a distribution of the bags and the certificate of participation.